Hello, and here we are back in the countryside with Mother Nature for another in-depth episode of Day in a Life. So it's so nice to be out of the house today. So this is a well overdue episode, and I really wanted to sort of like go into a lot more depth of what's actually going on with the musical world of me. Nice bit of grammar there, because I've been releasing lots of very short, very edited updates, and it's been a little bit frustrating really, because I wanted to say more, I wanted to play more music, but I was trying to keep it down to like this 60-second social media friendly little snippet. But today I don't care about that. I just want to get it all out there and just play you pretty much all of the tracks that are going to be on this forthcoming album. And I'm working on the album every day. It's been going on, I think it started well over a year ago, maybe like July of last year. Then it all stopped, and then I got back July this year, so interesting coincidence of months. I'm working on Stay Strong at the moment, which is the last song that has, well, not last piece that has been recorded. So it's an 8-track album where the 8th track is like the bonus track. That's the kind of way that I'm looking at it. So you could say 7-track with a bonus track at the end. So a really nice thing about this, not sure if you know or if it's clear, is it's the first time that all 3 movements of one piece are going to be on one album. So it's this piece that I wrote a couple of years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago, called Rise Like Lions, and it's based on a quote by Percy Bysshe Shelley, fellow Sussex poet. Well, not fellow, because I'm not from Sussex, but I live in Sussex. So he was born near Horsham a couple of hundred years ago, approximately, and so, you know, he's been a big influence in my life, especially in poetry. But I wanted to bring that into the music as well. So Rise Like Lions, so you may have heard that piece already. It's been released, recorded by myself and the Freedom Ensemble about 1.5 years ago. So but then I wrote 2 movements after that, which haven't been recorded, and so these are the ones that are going to be on the album. So it's going to be Rise Like Lions, Saviour Free, and Faith Has Flown. So all 3 movements, bang, right next to each other. So that's really nice. And I've got these other tracks as well, which are accompanying it. So it was going to be an EP, but not anymore. In the background there, I played a bit of Rise Like Lions just whilst I was talking about it. But now I'm just going to play some of Saviour Free. So, hang on a second. I'm back again. There's a guy walking a dog just the other way, opposite direction to me. So I just thought I'd take a break because it's quite a short path, and yeah, get a bit shy really. I also put my gloves on because it's pretty cold. So it's is it December the 11th today, and we're in Sussex, UK. So yeah, I'm going to play a bit of Saviour Free, and this is, you know, it's unfinished. Got to stress this, and but it's been mixed, and you know, you get a pretty good idea. Okay, and so whilst I do that, I'm gonna just show you a bit of the surrounding, and maybe there might be some little extra bits I edit into there as well visually. Alright, hope that gave you a nice little glimpse into that. It runs perfectly from Rise Like Lions into Saviour Free. You know, they could actually be played without stop, and we performed it once where we kind of overlapped the very ending. So Rise Like Lions, it's got a big chord, and then Saviour Free has this sort of like a small motif that comes in, so that so we used that to sort of bind the two together. It worked really well. All right, so the next and so Saviour Free, that's pretty much all of the Freedom Ensemble members recorded with that one. The third movement, what's it called? Faith Has Flown. I'm going to play a bit of that now. And same deal as last time. So yeah, I hope that was enough just to give you a little bit of a glimpse. So yeah, so the album isn't starting with those three. No, that would be a mistake. So it is starting with a beautiful piece that was recorded about a month ago, maybe more. All of these recording sessions and editing, they're all just blurring into one over the last few months. So this one is called A Passage in Time, and the kind of theme is sort of a Parisian impressionistic glimpse into maybe like the early 1900s, around that time. Think about Paris, you know, the cafes, boulevards, and you know, Arc de Triomphe, all of that. You know, it's a very interesting period in time, and I'm just really, you know, I really love the French culture, but especially French music. Oh dear, big impression it's made on me. See what I did there? Alright, so this one, yeah, A Passage in Time. So this is how we're going to start the whole album off. But I'm not going to play from the very start of the track. just because I just want you to kind of hear the final mastered version at the very beginning. It's loads of pizzicato strings, and as you know, if you're listening in headphones, it kind of sounds like you're in the middle of it. It's a really nice effect. But yeah, so I'll play some bit with the melody coming in, and yeah, and here it comes right now. So I put some little images there of a possible music video that I'm making for it. I don't know if it would be that, might be something completely different, but you got to have something on YouTube, haven't you, with to promote a piece of music. So yeah, I'm just playing with some ideas. Okay, so the next track, that is going to be another track that was recorded by the Freedom Ensemble, and it's called Somewhere Like Home. You know, it has actually been on an album, but not one of my albums. It's on a Freedom Ensemble album. So I thought I'd just bunch it together with this one, with the, you know, like Rise Like Lions as well. Just don't know, it makes sense really. Keeps it all together, and I love this song. Oh, it's so good. I know it's not a song, but it's beautiful. So yeah, that one is coming next, and yeah, that was written whilst I was walking in a woods similar to this. So I was walking along with a friend, and it was around Christmas time. So I think it is, yeah, 2 or 3 years ago, must have been. It took a long time for it to get round to being recorded, as these things can do, you know. But yeah, I love it. And the end, oh, it's really nice. Actually, I'll play a bit of the end part. All right, here we go. That was enough time really. Oops, got a microphone here. I think it's working. I think I knocked it, but it's really good for wind, because it's quite windy today, to have something like that. There's a little bit of a close-up. Can you see that? Yes, very professional. Alright, so then on the album, that's when the 3 movements of Rise Like Lions happens. So after those 3, that would be so we're talking about the 6th track now. So that's going to be the one that I'm just sort of working on now, and that was recorded, you know, finished recorded last week, and that is Stay Strong. Now that is a piece which has 3 movements, but this one is just a movement 2, and it's called The Battle. Starts off very sort of Celtic a Celtic round with strings, a flute, a cornet. What else does piano doesn't come in yet. I think that's it. Yeah, so it does that round. Ba da dum, ba da dum, ba da dum, ba dum, ba da ba da dum. And yeah, so that I woke up one day with that in my head, and I thought, oh, that's great. Got to write that down, work it out, write that down, and that's what came from it. So I'm going to play a bit of that now. Actually, I'm going to play the actual real battle bit where it just goes into this crazy frenzy. It's just pretty mad, but it ends on a very ethereal chord, and which leads us onto the next movement, which isn't on the album. You know, it hasn't been recorded, but that third movement is called Ascension, and well, kind of it makes you wonder, what is it? You know, has there been deaths in the battle where you're dying and leaving this mortal coil, or is it your consciousness has arisen? That's the question. But that's the beauty of art, is the interpretation. So so I'm just going to play you a bit of the battle, and still working on that. Yeah, just every day. Actually, I laid down a new piano line today. It's a bit mad, but really good. Got 2 basses in there as well. You might be able to pick it out. It's a cajon, which was recorded last week, which I haven't used a cajon in a recording since Sunrise. That was about 4 years ago, and so this was done live as well. So been trying to avoid samples of instruments. There are a few in there, but it's a majority of real musicians, putting their heart and soul into music. Of course, avoiding the AI music, the soulless formulaic music that so many people, I just can't tell the difference, and it's getting a lot of airplay at the moment, unfortunately. But thankfully you have real musicians like myself that are still playing and bringing humanistic element into music, which is what it is. That's what it should be, really. So this is the last, X amount of seconds of Stay Strong. It's movement to the battle. Right, so I'd love to hear how you're getting on with what you're hearing so far. So allow me to take the opportunity to ask if you could comment on this, and if you like the video, like it. If you think it's shareable, wow, share it. It would be great. So my YouTube channel is actually growing, and and I think I've had maybe 10 subscribers in the last couple of weeks, and which is really good. Really good. I use YouTube all the time. you know, I think it is a great source of learning and appreciating the world around you, and yeah, just seeing what else other people are doing. And yeah, there's lots of music as well, new music, which is always interesting. Music is supposed to represent the time that we're in. You know, I listen to a lot of old music, but new music is really special to me too. Okay, so there's the battle. Oh yeah, so the third movement to Stay Strong, as I mentioned before, is called Ascension. There's a battle gun go off there. Maybe someone's poaching on a farmer's land. I don't know. Yes, Ascension. Well, so I've written it, and I've arranged it for a viola quartet, and I'm going to be sending it to the Barefaced Violas at the end of this year, so the end of this month, and you know, unless they hate it, actually might, but unless they do, it's going to be performed in Brighton on the 1st of May, which is a day very close to my birthday, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, 1st of May in Brighton at St Luke's Church. So if you go onto my events page on my website, so it's paulgterry.com/events. Yeah, have a look there. I've put a couple of new concerts that are booked for next year. Should be another one. I haven't written a piece yet, but that's due. I don't know. It might be April. Well, it might be later. No. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So Ascension, and that's a lovely piece. I wrote it for the ensemble about a year or so ago, and then you know, we rehearsed it a couple of times, never recorded it, except for some bits. The flute was recorded, but you know, one day it'll be all put together in, you know, for a different format. And then I did a version of it for church organ, which yeah, I really liked that. It hasn't been recorded either, but that would be good to be recorded. Yeah. And yeah, so viola quartet do that, and they might possibly do movement 1 of Stay Strong. Now, movement 1 was originally written for a brass quintet and drum kit, and it was performed about a year and a bit ago, and it was, you know, it wasn't quite what I hoped it was going to be honest with you. Just there were some wrong notes and a few bits going out, and the drums weren't what I wrote, and so yeah, unfortunately that was a bit of a write-off, really. It's okay. It's on YouTube if you wanna have a listen, but it just wasn't what I hoped it was going to be. So I'm working on arranging that for the viola quartet, and so might have it so that they play movement 1 and then movement 3. So it's May the 1st. If you want to see that live, that is live. When you see stuff live, it's so much better than, you know, waiting for the YouTube video to come out. Okay, so talking of live stuff, then the next piece that I'm going to play you, which is on the album, is The Light and Loss of Grief. Yeah, so that's a live version. I was able to get hold of the stems for it, and just tidy it up a little bit. you know, it's not bad. You know, it's just the quality of the recording isn't like a studio recording. It's not going to be as polished as that, but definitely it's definitely worth listening to. I've talked about that piece before. Yeah, so that kind of ends the album, but then there's this bonus track, and that actually is a song. Hands aching. That actually is a song, and so this one is a piece that I wrote and recorded about 10 years ago. That hasn't been on an album, so I thought that it should be, because you know, these singles just can get lost really. So this one's called Fear No More. Now, I didn't write the lyrics to it, the singer didn't either, but it's like a little bit of a kind of a opera kind of feel to it. I'm not a big opera fan, but this, yeah, it does. It sort of has a bit of an Italian feel to it, you know, in you know, kind of the traditional opera sense, and it's actually keeping with the theme of loss and also of death. Unfortunately, I didn't know where else to put it on the album, so I thought the end, you know, probably the best place. And so it's for piano, soprano, and clarinet in there as well. And yeah, so it's a lovely one. Fear No More. The lyrics come from a song in a Shakespeare play called Cymbeline, which I read years ago. You know, I love Shakespeare plays. I always call them Shakespeare plays, not plays written by Shakespeare, because I don't think that's the case. I don't think it is at all. I've looked into it so much. You know, I don't care what you think, whether you think I'm mad or what. But no, it seems like there's probably like a lot of people that got together to write the plays, similar to. Well, no. Well, I'm not going to go into it. But yeah, it really does seem like it was, you know, very organised. A group of writers got together and put it together, because there's so much information, so much knowledge behind whoever possibly wrote that. It definitely wasn't some guy called William Shakespeare. That is what I'm pretty certain of. Not saying he didn't exist, but I don't think it was him. It was a pen name. That's what it was. Yeah, so lovely lyrics to that. All right, well, this brings us to the end of today's session vlog. There's lots of flies around here, but it's all right. Yeah, it's not too cold. It's not too breezy now. It's kind of chilled out, and yeah, so I'm really glad, to get all of this out. And if you've got this far, then I really appreciate you having a listen and keeping up with everything. If you're not subscribed, why not subscribe? Why not? And if you haven't liked or commented, please do. It's a great thing to do. What do you call it? We're supporting the arts, and because no one else does really, the government don't. The arts are definitely an undervalued thing. It's almost dying, you could say. So just to wrap it up with the album, I've got the cover. I got a draft done, and I sent it to my brother a couple of days ago, who is a graphic designer, web designer, Brian Terry. Really, he's really good, knows his stuff, and just to get some feedback on it really, because I just kind of felt that it was lacking somewhere. I don't know what it was. And an album cover's got to be just right, hasn't it? And got to be interesting too, and representative. So I've got one which with nature in it, and a representative of sound and music, with a subject I'm interested in called cymatics. So I'm just going to put a little there it is in the corner there. So that's a draft, gotta say that. And my brother said he's going to come back to me with some ideas for some of the typography, the words really on the front, titles and that. And so I've got to the end of this year just to make sure everything's all mixed, and I'm away gigging for a few days over New Year's Eve, and then when I come back we're looking at either end of January or probably start of February as a release, and then I can relax. But it's been great making this album. It really has. I wouldn't be able to do it without all of the other musicians contributing. Just you just can't. Otherwise you just do it all on these sampled instruments, and it never sounds as good. Say what you like, you just can't beat real musicians doing it. So really happy to have that, and maybe next year it'd be really nice to have some more recordings done. I've learned quite a lot about music production over the last few months even. Just each time, each new piece that I've been working on, I learn something, and then I take it back to the first one and go, right, okay, let's use those skills to make it sound bigger, or to clean things up a little bit, make it just as live sounding as possible, as if all the musicians were playing at the same time. Now that's what you can't beat. Proper big ensemble, or like an orchestra playing, you just can't beat that. It's like absolutely brilliant. Alright, well, yes, so thank you very much for listening, and if you see this before Christmas, I'd like to wish you a happy Christmas and a happy New Year, and we'll be posting little promo videos, and I'm hoping to release Passage in Time as a single as well. So I've got to work on a video for that. Alright, thanks very much. Bye bye.